Good evening. I have seen too many people who are slaves of their fears. Too many people know too little about fears, and this is a very important subject because you guys make decisions every day, and so many of these decisions are come from fears, or your fears dictate so many of your decisions. So I would like you to be aware of your fears. I have coached people all over the world. I have lived in China the past 8 years. I have coached CEOs. I have built businesses myself. I have been in business for more than 10 years. I keep seeing this everywhere. I keep seeing this in too many people. People know too little about fears, and this is a big deal. I am Celine Schulze, the founder of the Unstoppable Leader community. We are a community of managers. It is very important that you're aware of your fears. Your fears dictate your behavior too often. So where do your fears come from? Are your fears useful or not? It is very important to be aware of one's fears, to know where does your decision come from. Does it come from fear or from something else? You need to be aware of what are the fears that you at this current moment have inside of you and what kind of role do they play in your life. Let's make it simple. There are two types of fears, one useful and one not useful. All these fears that are not useful, why don't you get rid of them? Do you even know what your fears are? Can you make a list of all your fears you're living with? The sole purpose of your body is to keep you alive. So what your body does is to do anything it can so that you are alive. You are now alive, so your body thinks that he's doing a good job. So the solutions you did come up with in the past are remembered in your body, and your body will, like an automatic response, give you these elements back. And it remembers. Your brain remembers everything that happened to you in your life. If you think you don't remember something, it is in your subconscious. Like, for example, you're looking for your keys, your conscious mind cannot find your keys, but your subconscious mind knows where the keys are. What I mean by that is that fear is a very useful emotion. You need fear. Fear is going to prevent you from danger. So you should not get 100% get rid of all your fears. Fear is a very useful emotion. However, I really want to stress on that you don't need to feel guilty. Please do not feel guilty for your fears, because your fears, most of them, don't come from you. Your fears do not define you. Your fears are not based on your personality. Actually, most of your fears are based on your subconscious. And when you were a child, as a child, your brain is very malleable. And what happened to you at this period, like from 6, 7 years old, was saved very strongly in your brain. And this is what impacts most of your behavior every day, still today. We have this unconditional love for our parents, and we cannot help it. And we think they're right. And the problem is that sometimes they are not. Let's take an example. If, let's say, John is a child and his father is used to argue and to get angry. He gets angry and shouts at people when he wants people to do things for him or to do things his way. And John does see his father arguing and getting angry, and he thinks this is the right thing to do. So first, he will do the same thing as his father. And he will also try to do anything he can to prove that his father is right. Your parents, your environment transmitted their fears. So one good exercise I would like to give you, if I may, would be to list the fears. Just list the fears of your parents. And what do you find? Can you see some similarities between your fears and their fears?